Hey there, it is Clary Berry here with the Ethereum horoscope for the 28th through, I don't know, through the 2nd or the 3rd or so. Might give you guys a bonus day like I like to do. Before we get started, these videos, these crypto, horoscope, astrology prediction videos are really just a tool for you to tell one day from the next, and it can help you. This is not financial advice, but it can help you with, if you're going to be dollar cost averaging in for the week, which I highly recommend. If you're going to be into crypto, pick some good crypto, dollar cost average in, and buy the dips and hodl if you can. So it's kind of combining, the dollar cost average with buying the dips, but it just makes it fun. It's just an added layer of fun, and this can kind of help you do that. Again, not financial advice. This is astrology. This is intuition. This is tarot, and this is fun as well. So hope you guys enjoy yourself. Again, hope you're doing well. So last week, we called, actually, I don't know what we had going on the 21st. We had a pretty good day. We had 22nd, the same kind of, a lot of peaks. There was good energy with Mars, sesquiquadrate, Natal, Jupiter. And so we said actually sideways or up. And I mean, it did go up, but then it came back down. So essentially it was sideways. So pretty much nailed that one. On the 23rd, on Thursday, we had two aspects. And the first one was, was a good aspect, but the second one kind of leveled it out. And that's, basically, again, what we had, another peak up and then down. On this, it actually, kind of went down and then, eventually comes back up again too. So was pretty good there, so we had that kind of good energy intertwined with the bad, I guess you could say, just some volatility really. And then the 24th, we had, we had said maybe up or a peak, but really it was already peaked and kind of came down. So slightly, again, time zones, got to watch out for those too. And let's see, the 25th, Saturday, too much, definitely called that. That was one of those, go up, struggling, and then come back down. It was just too much. Finally peaked out and went down, and then of course on Monday goes back up again with that Uranus aspect. That was one of the Uranuses that we called pretty much right on, with a good day on the 27th, and then came back down on the 28th. So that brings us to, well, today, which hasn't exactly happened yet, but again, we do have Sun in conjunct Sun, which can be positive, but there's definitely some stress, tension, maybe some issues there. But okay, this is the theme. I love to pull this out right ahead because changeability, transformation is absolutely what's going on here. Okay, it's the kind of a theme for this whole week. And again, there might be some issues. That's kind of what causes some of the change sometimes. But this is absolute overcoming energy. It may be scary for some people, again, who aren't paying attention. But this is a kind of a completion. And it's good news in the long term. Okay, even if we're having some issues. And again, that energy right there kind of goes for the day, but kind of also can be applied to the week. So there we go. So the 29th, don't really have anything peaking. Let's see what the cards say. I think it's going to stable out after, again, maybe we peak on the 20th. We accomplish things, but then eventually, it's going to come back down or sideways, I think, for the 29th, and especially maybe into the 30th. Yeah. And the 30th might start to have some little, peaks and try to start something. Well, let's look at the two aspects we do have. First aspect, Sun sextile Neptune. That's where the down and the negative, down or sideways comes here. Okay, again, maybe a good little blip, but I think overall, might end up even being a little bit in the red there with that aspect, but also with our next aspect of, again, also peaking on the 30th. It's Mercury opposite natal Mars for Ethereum. So there are issues, and it's definitely, again, might try to break out a little bit, but then it's going to go down. Okay, and it may even make it may even make a little bit of good progress, but then it's going to come back to a reset point. Okay, and again, that's just that Mercury opposite Mars. There's issues. It's too much. What I'm really seeing for this aspect in particular is, again, it's kind of the same as what we've got for the whole, actually. A little bit of a rise, a good, nice little rise, and then back down. Okay, so it is what it is. At least we're getting somewhere for a minute, right? Okay, so the 31st, we have Jupiter opposite, another opposition, Venus. Okay, so this, again, I don't think it's going to be that great. It's going to be one of those Jupiter aspects that's, you know, it could be up. I'm not saying it's going to be horrible. I'm getting like either sideways or very slow, very steady, you know, deliberate steps, like very cautious and reserved steps, but probably barely even much of anything is kind of what I'm coming through as. Okay, so the first we have Mercury in conjunct Jupiter, and here's where our Jupiter kind of comes back in and says, yeah, let's get something done. This is it's kind of has this stable, steady, long-term energy. Put in some work. This is going to take a little while. There's going to be some volatility within the incline here, but I do think good. I think it's a good day. I think it's a good long-term day as well. Very shows, you know, kind of this regaining of control, overcoming some fears, fixing the issues, dealing with the stress and tension, and also becoming stronger. Stronger longer for it, stronger eventually in the long term because we've gone through these issues. Okay, that's just what this week is about. Okay, so where are we? Let's see. We need to talk about the second. The second, we have Sun sesquiquadrate at Natal Jupiter, and this should be a Sunday. This is, again, it's good energy, but it's long. Wait. Let's do this by aspect here. We've got 3 aspects coming through for the second. So let's just take them all out at once. Okay. So I'm going to go so far as to do a little bit of this. Okay. So our 3 aspects for the 2nd of January. First aspect, Sun sesquiquadrate Jupiter, and this is good. This is our good, lovely, you know, there might be a little issues again, easily, you know, again, what I'm getting is a little bit of volatility, down and then up. Okay, which is great. And then so for our second aspect peaking on the 2nd, we have Mercury sextile natal Saturn. That's kind of a sideways energy, but it's very good long-term planning. And I think there's some, you know, extra loved energy, extra shining the spotlight, extra good. So it's bringing it up a little bit more. I think I'm getting the sideways and then the up, which is sort of similar to what we saw with our first aspect. Okay, so and then our third aspect peaking on the 2nd is Mars trine natal Mercury, and this is sort of the same thing in my mind. Long-term bullish, very long-term. Doesn't have to be slow. We just got long-term bullish because I also have, you know, some right away good, you know, energy. And again, there's some renewal. There's some completion as a theme here. There's some overcoming finally sort of themes going on. And I will just tell you again, kind of a little bonus here. On the 3rd, we have 2 aspects peaking, Mercury in conjunct Venus and Sun in conjunct Mercury, which kind of interesting. With the first aspect, it's like a peak and then goes down, or maybe like a lull, like going plateau and then down. But still there's some fire, still there's some good energy. So again, we might be able to get somewhere, you know, before coming back down, I think is kind of how that's reading. The second aspect we have, again, it's good energy, it's positive energy, but there's a little bit of a level off to it. There's a little bit of sideways. There's a little bit of like balanced energy, like good, successful, but also maybe going to take a little rest. So again, somewhere there's a little bit of sideways. Again, could be up and then down. It could be sideways and then down. It could be, you know, up and then down and back up again. It's just, again, a lot of kind of volatility, which doesn't make explaining, you know, what I think the predictions are going to be all that much easier. But so on the 4th, we have Sun conjunct Pluto, there is some intensity here too. And this is, again, more of changing directions. Okay, it's a dip. It's a V and then going right back up. This is how I'm seeing that. So again, a lot of volatility, a lot of chances. Keep your eyes open. Probably not going to be the absolute best week for Ethereum here. Again, some changes, some stress, but there are some good moments. So take care. Much love, many blessings. Be sure to check out the playlist. Other crypto. I've got all the signs, weekly horoscopes for you. You can check out your sun sign, moon sign, rising, all the good stuff anywhere in your chart, really. Or you can watch people if you know where their planets are. You can watch the people close to you as well. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.